Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at the Master Premier Classic Cup and especially the impact of the new Pokemon that got added over the last season, which are mainly Avalugg and the Walrein. So let's take a look at who got better with that and who lost a little bit of their potential with it. Well, let's take a look at the winners of basically the new update with the two ice types coming into the meta. And one of them, of course, going to be the Steel type Magnet Zone. Going to be able to nuke the Walrein away and also has coverage against the Avalugg. Going to be such a good Pokemon. Next up, we're going to have the Metagross. Metagross, of course, again, Avalugg basically a hard counter for that, even though Avalugg has Crunch and Earthquake. You know, we're still going to destroy it easily. And also against the Walrein, you're going to be able to take one Earthquake, unless it's Shadow, I think. But other Pokemon that I think are going to be very good this time around going to be the fighters like Machamp, Heracross especially, and Conkeldurr. All of them have a lot of play now, especially against those ice types that just completely destroy them. Other Pokemon as well, a little bit more spicy. Milotic also can deal with all those ice types so easily. And also going to be able to deal with a lot of other Pokemon in the meta, pretty neutral. And I think that's going to be a Pokemon I'm going to showcase as well, as it's going to be very, very cool. And the last one going to be Sylveon, which going to look a little bit weird, but you're going to see what I mean with this. And the Pokemon that lost a little bit of potential. Now let's take a look at the loser of basically these new change with two new ice types in the meta. And there are not a lot of Pokemon that are actually losing with this. The one main Pokemon I think gonna be Garchomp. Like Garchomp completely gets destroyed by this. Already didn't see as much play anymore recently. And nowadays I don't think it's gonna be way better. Next one, very obvious, Dragonite also gets destroyed completely by Walrein. There's nothing it can do against it. And it already got destroyed prior to that by all the Charm users. But speaking of the Charm users, we're also going to have Togekiss, which is going to have a little bit less usage here right now, which makes Sylveon a little bit better in terms of the best Charmer in this league. I definitely think that Sylveon has a little bit more potential in play right now than maybe even the Togekiss, but Togekiss is still going to be good. Those Pokemon still going to be playable, but if you see a lot of ice types, it's going to be a little bit tough for those Pokemon especially. The first team already going to be a team with Avalugg in here, in the back here, and we have the Excadrill in the lead, but you think for this team most likely, oh wow, it's going to be a little bit weak to fighting types, but I don't think we're going to see that many fighting types in the lead, so it should be fine there. So yeah, this team should still be very, very cool, and like Avalugg has so much play against all those flying types and has like, it's just a good generalist. The thing with this team is you kind of want to get rid of the Metagross potentially, so you have two good answers for that in this team, and this is basically how it works. I think Avalugg and the Walrein both have a lot of play in the current meta, so it's going to be fun to see how they're going to do, but this is one of the teams I built. But there's another team that I want to showcase now. Let's take a look at the next team. I would definitely recommend you to go for the Heracross in the lead instead of the Hexus, but Hexus would be like the nearest replacement there. Of course, not everybody has a maxed out Heracross, but something maybe you can get for the Johto 2 anyway. And then we have in the back the Walrein and the Avalugg. So a little bit weird here, because I would say if you play both Avalugg and Walrein in the back, I would go for Walrein as a safe swap. It's a little bit better because you have Earthquake as a coverage against Steel type Pokemon. You get them all the way for the Avalugg. If you have the Snorlax and the Walrein in the back, you want to get the Snorlax as a safe swap for this team. But it looks so much fun. I think I'm definitely going to try this team out. It looks so good on paper, and it's such an off-meta team because you don't really have like the Dragonite, the Charm user, you don't have the Metagross on this team. It still looks very, very good on paper at least, and I think this is going to be such a nice team to play, and I'm really looking forward to it. The next team looks very similar to the team before. We still have the same lead here. I would say the Hexerus might be a little bit better, to be honest. And then we have like a little bit different backline there. Of course, we still can use the Snorlax, but you can also go for a double steel line here, which counters basically both of the weaknesses of a dragon. Dragon double steel, steel double dragon is always a very good team that you can always use in nearly every league. It's always gonna be a very, very insane and very good to play. So here again, a dragon double steel team, but you can also still use the fighting type there in the lead with the Heracross or any other fighting type, because also fighting type weak to flying, weak to fairy, both of them resisted by steel. So those are like always a very, very good cores in general, and yeah, I think this should work as well pretty well. The next team is very flexible as you have a lot of options here. You have two different kind of charm users in the lead that you can use, And then you have a Say Swap, both of them have coverage for flying types, and then you have something in the back that usually doesn't want to face Gyarados. That's basically the main idea behind this, because Gyarados usually gets kind of walled by those fairy types anyway, so you can get into, for example, you go and play the lead of Toricus, you have like a bad lead against you, something like, I don't know, Excadrill or something, you can go into your Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr goes in there, gets some energy, the opponent swaps out into a Gyarados, you have Stone Edge for that, maybe get a shield, get definitely any type of advantage with that. And then you can still farm down with a Toricus and have then something in the back that can reverse sweep maybe with a shield advantage, because Metagross and also Excadrill with a shield advantage is very, very strong in this cup. And this team looks like very, very, very good. Maybe Sylveon in the lead is also pretty decent now with like Walrein and stuff like this, but this team looks so good in general, and like you can play it in whatever combination you want to play here. It's basically very simple which Pokemon you have you can use here. The next team gonna be very simple and plain again. We're gonna have the Gyarados in the lead. We have the Snorlax as a Say Swap, and we have 2 Steel types there in the back which you can use. You could also use possibly the Excadrill as a Say Swap for this team, but like here I think Snorlax is a little bit better and a little bit safer, but like, you do yours, so like you can also play the Excadrill as a Say Swap and the Metagross in the back. But yeah, I think this team is very, very solid because it's like so simple and plain. You have the 2 best Say Swaps in one team combined, with the Gyarados in the lead and the Snorlax in the team as well as a Say Swap there. Like both of them together are really good, and both of them in general are like the best neutral Pokemon in those leagues. So this is gonna be definitely a working team. There's not a lot of things that you can do wrong with this team, so I would give it a try. Definitely a very solid team that you can play. Team number 6 looks pretty similar to the team we had before, a little bit like in a different order. We have again the Excadrill or the Metagross in the lead. We have the Gyarados now as a Say Swap. We could also use something like the Dragonite there, or also the Garchomp, depending on like how you want to play it. But the main goal here again, you have a Steel type in the lead. You have either a pseudo dragon, which I think is a little bit better with the Gyarados there, and then an actual dragon in the back. What you kind of want to do is just get out either the Ice type or the Fairy type user with your Say Swap of Gyarados or the Dragonite there. And then you still have like another dragon in the back, which might be able to sweep the opponent at the end game. You still have your Steel type that can farm down the potential Fairy type or Ice type. The second to last team we're gonna have here gonna be very, very plain again. We're gonna have the Dragonite in the lead. We have the Snorlax as a Say Swap, and we have a Steel type in the back again. Basically, you have something that beats Fighting type in the lead. You have something that is weak to Fighting type but is very good against like neutral stuff with the Snorlax as a Say Swap. And you have something in the back that's also mostly weak to Fighting types, like Metagross not really, but the Magnetzone a little bit more. But like something that can sweep in the back. Then also you have something in the back that completely destroys Fairy types, while the lead completely gets destroyed by Fairy types. It's just those simple teams that are always going to work and always going to be good. Here is, I think, the most likely the ideal situation where you have like Dragonite on a team, because like in the lead and having something in the back that can handle stuff, otherwise like gonna be very, very decent still. So yeah, this team looks pretty decent as well. I think that can work, and yeah, should be fine. The next team is of course a little bit plain and simple again. It's also the last team, but it's something that still works. It's now basically already flipped around. We have something that's very good against Fighting types with both Pokemon in the back, and also Pokemon that are good against other ground types like a Garchomp, which we have in the back, which is just like, in general, it's such a neutral team again. Like you can do so much stuff with this, you're not going to lose a lot of games most likely because of team comments. It's just like a very plain and simple team. And this is basically the theme of the Master Premier Classic Cup anyway. There's not a lot of things that you can do and try. Like it's always going to be something around those teams which you're going to play. And at the end of the day, then it depends on how good you are and how well you get countered against you. Like in general, it's going to be a little bit more RPS than other cups, but it's still going to be fun. It's always like the most fun league to play for me. And I think it's going to be like in general interesting now with the 2 new ice types. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you need more teams, I did like a video like this for the last season. There's still gonna be some more teams in there as well that should work. And also just follow the channel if you haven't done that yet, because I'm gonna post a lot of good teams anyway all the time for every league. So have a great rest of your day. See you next time, and bye.